welcome to Cutting Words. I'm Brad Thompson, and today we have a new release on DnDBeyond, something unexpected. The Tal'Dorei Campaign Setting Reborn has appeared on DnDBeyond. Let's take a look. Let's get it up. So it's here on DnDBeyond, which is very surprising. Like, it's kind of came out of nowhere. It's a third-party product, the first of its kind on DnDBeyond. From Darrington Press, you know, the setting for Critical Role. So that's here now, and you can purchase it with DnDBeyond. So it's like a third-party PDF and book you can buy. I mean, you still can, but now you can buy it inside DnDBeyond, so it comes with all the player options and monster stats and all that stuff built into DnDBeyond. So the first of possibly more to come. Like I know they talked about wanting to add third-party content in DnDBeyond eventually, and so I'm wondering, what more might end up popping up in here over the coming, who knows, months, years, as they develop DnDBeyond to handle this. Critical Role seems like a natural first step. The Tal'Dorei Campaign Setting book being quite popular, as well as they've had Critical Role content on DnDBeyond already. So what you get in this book, currently it's on sale at 25% off, by the way, so get in now while you can if you're interested in this book. You're going to get, scrolling down, 9 subclasses, 7 feats, 5 backgrounds, and you get over 35 magic items, including those vestiges of divergence, which are basically magic items that have level up. The level cylinder you can unlock. You got over 40 character stat blocks. And yeah, that's the kind of the actual mechanical bits. You get a bunch of lore and stuff at Critical Role setting and all that stuff. Get some nice DnDBeyond pack drops, that sort of thing too. So yeah, that's the book. Very exciting, and soon to see how this will incorporate with DnDBeyond, because so I guess soon DnDBeyond options will be available if third-party content turned on, that sort of thing. But this having third-party content kind of integrated with DnDBeyond, very interesting. And so I thought, let's just dive right in and take a look at these player options that now will be available in DnDBeyond. You can go and start making characters with. Once you buy this, you can just, okay. Obviously, the DM needs to approve these elements. These it's third party, not official content per se, but it's so well integrated, so easily accessible now. That barrier to have it accessible in your game is significantly lowered, especially if you're using DnDBeyond, that is. So let's see what options we now have available. All right, let's get it up. All right, here is the contents page of what to expect in this book here. Look at that. Got Beast 3 down here. All the stat blocks. But yeah, we got, so this is character options section, chapter 4. Pretty big section. I'll already skim through it, and yeah, the race and cultures section is, there's no mechanical information there from my skimming through. It was just write-ups of how these various species fit into the Critical Role setting, what they're like culturally in this world. So we'll jump right ahead through to the subclasses before moving on to the backgrounds. Got Supernatural Blessing, so it's like an optional boon you can give out to players. And then we've got the new feats. All right. All right, first up, got the Barbarian. Let's see, Path of the Juggernaut. Oh, okay. Barbarians before the Path of the Juggernaut stand so resolutely that none can deter them, and they can swing their weapons with such force that all who stand against them are flung aside. In might and spirit, Juggernauts are immovable object and unstoppable force all at once. Juggernaut Barbarians can be found all over Taldorei and are common among the Goliath warriors of the Rivermore herd that wanders the dividing plains. Some dwarves and humanoid survivalists of the Cliffkeep Mountains adapt this fighting style as an extension of their rugged determinism, and a number of stalwart Juggernauts hail from the jungles of the Rivenmist Peninsula, having cast off the oppressive yoke of the Iron Authority. Alright, so at third level you get Thunderous Blows. So say we choose this path at third level, your rage instills you with the strength to shove and smash your way through your foes, making any battlefield your domain. When you hit a creature with a melee attack, while you're raging, you can push that creature up to 5 feet away from you in a direction of your choice. A creature that is huge or larger makes a strength saving throw with a DC equal to 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength modifier. On a success, the creature is not pushed. Okay. Instead at 10th level, you can push a creature 10 feet when you hit with a melee attack while raging. Okay. So you just, yeah, when you hit people, you just shove them. You just, every time, every attack. Yeah. Not what's return or anything. So you gotta, oh, imagine this was Crusher Feat. It's push, even more pushing power. What about stacks, actually? Anyway. Okay. That's all you get in level 3. Oh, sorry, I tell a lie. Spirit of the Mountain. At 3rd level, you harness your fury to anchor your feet to the ground, becoming a bulwark of strength. While you are raging, you can't be knocked prone or moved along the ground against your will. Okay. Sure. I mean, it doesn't come out as often, I feel. But, yeah, good to have. Take that. Gust of wind. Demolishing Might. Starting at 6th level, your melee weapon attacks deal an extra 1d8 damage to constructs and double damage to objects and structures. Okay. So you're good at smashing stuff. All rules tip force movement. Usually when one creature moves out of a hostile creature's reach, the hostile creature can use its reaction to make an opportunity attack. However, force movement, such as being pushed by the path of Juggernaut Barbarian's Thunderous Blows feature, doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Yep. That's correct. Likewise, a Juggernaut Barbarian's Hurricane Strike feature allows an ally to make a weapon attack as a reaction only if the foe ends its force movement within 5 feet of the ally. If foes push through other spaces within 5 feet of the allies, those allies can't make normal opportunity attacks against the foe. Okay. Sounds like it's a feature that does something with force movement. Okay. Resolute Stance. Also at 6th level, you can temporarily refocus your combat ability to make yourself a bulwark of defense. At the start of your turn, no action required, you can assume a defensive stance. It lasts until the start of your next turn. While in this stance, you can't be grappled, attack rolls against you have disadvantage, and your weapon attacks are made with disadvantage. And your weapon is made with disadvantage as well. Okay. Okay, so at the start of your turn, no action required, you can assume a defensive stance. Okay. So you can't get like a dodge going on, but you're disadvantaging your attack rolls. You can still reckless to make it straight rolls, because you're barbarian, and so basically just giving yourself a blur effect around yourself. Okay. Sure. Although if you reckless attack, you lose the advantage on you, so you straight rolling against you too. Oh. So they actually end up being all equal. No. Never mind then. Hurricane Strike. Stay at 10th level, your blows can hurl foes through the air and into the attacks of your allies. As a reaction, when you push a creature at least 5 feet, you can then leap into an unoccupied space next to the creature. If you do so, the creature must succeed on a strength saving throw with DC equal to 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength modifier, or be knocked prone. This leap costs no movement and does not provoke opportunity attacks. Okay. Additionally, when you push a creature into a space within 5 feet of one of your allies, the ally can use its reaction to make a melee weapon attack against that creature. Somehow. Cool. Unstoppable at 14th level, your fury in a battle makes you unstoppable. Really? While you're raging, your speed cannot be reduced, and you are immune to the frightened, paralyzed, prone, and stunned conditions. It's a nice suite of conditions to be immune to there. If you are frightened, paralyzed, or stunned, you can still use a bonus action to enter a rage. If you can't otherwise take actions, you aren't affected by any of those conditions while you're raging. Okay. And that's it. That's the Barbarian Path of Juggernaut subclass. It's okay. There's nothing to write home about really. Like, there's some cute effects there, pushing people around, stuff like that. Though we got the feels a little dated now because we got Path of Giant in the recent Big B's Giant book, so you can kind of do a lot more movement. Actually better, though, right at 10th level. Yeah, well, nice to have more options, I guess. Nothing too crazy there. Because, yeah, definitely a lot of things I've seen come out of Critical Role before definitely seem to be a bit on the powerful side. Let's see, we got all the Bard. Forge of Tragedy. All fun. Not all grand stories conclude in triumphant victory. Many tales end with death and despair. The bards of the College of Tragedy know the sorrow and pathos are emotions just as potent as joy and delight. These bards specialize in the power of tragic storytelling, weaving words and spells together through dramatic and devastating effect. So, third level, we get Poetry in Misery. When you join the College of Tragedy at third level, you learn to harness the beauty in failure, finding inspiration even the direst twists of fate. Whether you or ally within 30 feet of you rolls a 1 on the d20 for an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw, you can use your reaction to soliloquize and regain 1 expended use of your Bardic Inspiration feature. Alright. Sure. That's all of that. That's okay. So you Bardic Inspiration back. You can refresh your Bardic Inspiration back every time someone rolls a 1. That's cute, I guess. Use your reaction. It's okay. Poetry, sure. It's very consistent ability, right? But also at third level, okay. Sorrowful Fate. Staying at third level, you exploit a foe's peril to instill deep feelings of sorrow and doom. When you're an ally, you can see when it forces a creature to make a saving throw, you can expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration to change the type of saving throw to a Charisma save instead. What? See when it forces a creature to make a saving throw, you can... if the target fails to save, roll Bardic Inspiration die, the target takes psychic damage equal to the result and is plagued with regret for 1 minute. The target is reduced to 0 hit points during this time and can speak. You are magically compelled to utter darkly poetic final words before succumbing to the injuries. Once you use the feature, you can't do so again for a short or long rest. Whoa, so hold on. So when you're ally, you can see forces a creature to make a saving throw. So this is on enemies, right? So you force enemy to do a saving throw. Go, no, you're instead of doing a dex save or wisdom save or whatever, this fireball coming off, you're doing saving with charisma. So you have to kind of know that their charisma save is bad, hopefully worse than what you are currently doing. And it's definitely some creatures are better at charisma than others, so you need a good idea of what you're doing there. And then if the target fails to save, roll Bardic Inspiration die, the target takes an additional psychic damage, right? Equal to roll. And it's played with regret for 1 minute. If the target is reduced to, which I guess played with regret for 1 minute. What does that even mean? Just role plays being sad, I guess. A target is reduced to 0 hit points during this time and can speak. They are magically compelled to utter darkly poetic words before succumbing to injuries. So yeah, there's say some fanciful final words. Okay. And you get this things you get third level. Well, okay. So far it does not seem very strong. Very consistent. Yeah. Weird. Alright. Fun though, I guess. Tale of Hubris. At 6th level, you learn to weave a magical narrative that draws out the fatal arrogance of your foes. When a creature scores a critical hit against you or an ally within 60 feet of you that you can see, you can use your reaction, expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration to target the attacking creature and invoke the story of their downfall. For 1 minute, or until the target suffers a critical hit, any weapon attack against the target scores a critical hit on a roll of 18 to 20. At 14th level, the critical hit range of this feature increases to 17 to 20. Okay, but you need to be hit by a crit first by the enemy before you can use this ability. Yeah. Okay. So again, it's ability. It's very reliant on, I guess, luck of the die roll here. Alright. This will be the theme of this one. You need enemies roll good or your friends roll bad about actually use your abilities. Wonderful. Impending Misfortune. Also at 6th level, your words can twist the power of fate to create triumph from the promise of future despair. When you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can gain a +10 bonus to the roll But the next attack roll saving throw you make takes a -10 penalty if not used. This penalty disappears when you finish a short or long rest. You can't use this feature again until you finish a short or long rest, or until you're reduced to 0 hit points. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, just having a back pocket +10 bonus to a saving throw or an attack roll, but probably the saving throw, let's be fair, for you is pretty good. And the penalty, the -10 later, you can mitigate that. Get an ally or someone to cast a minor effect saving throw spell against you to get rid of it real quick potentially. Yeah, if you've got an environment where you can pull that off. Otherwise, like a trap going off or something, so you're not in combat per se. But although if you're in middle of combat, you might not get a chance to mitigate it before you get hit by another save, in which case it -10's gonna wreck you potentially, if you don't know what the save is. Yeah. Okay, it's these abilities that and I feel like I'm going to see a few abilities like this, because I think the Hemocraft, the blood magic-y type stuff in here too, where you hurt yourself, to get effects and things. I don't know, these abilities that kind of trade off, penalizing yourself to get something. Well, great, no, not worth it. Anyway, Nimbus of Pathos. Upon reaching 14th level, you can touch a willing creature as an action and empower it with tragic heroism. For 1 minute, the creature is surrounded by mournful music and ghostly singing, granting it the following benefits and drawbacks. The creature has a +4 bonus to AC. Okay. It has advantage on attack rolls and saving throws. When a creature hits a target with a weapon attack or spell attack, the target takes an extra 1d10 radiant damage randomly. Right, radiant damage. Any creature weapon attack against the creature scores a critical hit on an 18 to 20. When this effect ends, the creature immediately drops to 0 hit points and is dying. Once you use the feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. Right, and so touch a willing creature says that you're basically that buff spell for your ally, but you make them more vulnerable to crits, and they drop 0 points when it runs out. And this is your 14th level feature. Oh my goodness, it's kind of like Berserker Barbarian, right? Where it's like you get extra attack, yeah, but afterwards you get exhaustion level. Oh no. And like these effects that penalize you, these penalties on these on your abilities. Oof. And honestly, I feel like it could be a bit stronger here if you're gonna have these extra penalties thrown at you as well. So yeah. It is as funny as the Quality Tragedy sounded. Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it, honestly. Alright, we got the Blood Domain Cleric. Cleric of Blood. Let's see what we got. So, Blood Domain, developed in Wildmount by the Cleric Orders. The Blood Domain centers around the understanding of the natural life force as it exists within the body and the divine conduit it can become. Those who take up this domain understand that the power of blood is the power of sacrifice, the balance of life and death, and a spirit's anchor within the mortal shell. Gods who grant the power of the blood domain include Rune and the matron ravens, direct their followers to tap into the connection between body and soul, exploit the hidden reserves of will within one's own vitality, and corrupt the bodies of others through the secret rites of Hemocraft. Clerics of good gods use Hemocraft to fill their self-sacrifice with purpose and power, while clerics with fewer morals use the blood of others to achieve their own malevolent ends. Alright, so we've got the blood domain spells. So first level, we get False Life and Sleep. Third level, Hold Person and Raven Enfeeblement. Fifth level, Haste and Slow. 7th level, Blight and Stone Skin. At 9th level, Dominate Person and Hold Monster. I think they're mostly appropriate there for like imagining them kind of flavored with using blood magic to control people, hold people, and power people through the blood. A lot of these spells here seem pretty appropriate for that. Bonus proficiencies. When you choose this domain at first level, you gain proficiency with martial weapons. Bloodletting Focus. Say at first level, your divine magic draws the blood from magically inflicted wounds, worsening the agony of your foes. When you cast a damage dealing spell of first level higher, whose duration is instantaneous, any creature with blood that takes damage from the spell takes extra necrotic damage equal to 2 plus the spell's level. Only creatures with blood. If you find a creature without blood, oh no. Channel Divinity, Crimson Bond. So at 2nd level, you can use your Channel Divinity to form a supernatural bond with a creature you can see, or with a creature which you possess a blood sample. This bond lasts for 1 hour or until your concentration is broken, as if you're concentrating on a spell. While the bond is in effect, you can use an action to learn the target's approximate distance and direction from you, as well as its current hit points and any conditions affecting it, as long as the target is within 10 miles of you. Alternatively, you can use your reaction to attempt to connect with the target's senses. You take 2d6 necrotic damage, and the target makes a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC. On a successful save, the bond ends. On a failure, you can choose to either see or hear through the target's senses for a number of minutes equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1 minute. During this time, you are blinded or deafened respectively, with regard to your own senses. When the connection ends, the bond is lost. Regardless of the outcome, the target feels a wave of unease pass over it when it makes the save. Okay. So, yeah, useful for spying and reconnaissance and things, and tracking people. Channel Divinity, Blood Puppet. Starting at 6th level, you can use your Channel Divinity to briefly control a creature's actions. When a creature is living or dead, as an action, you target a large or smaller creature or corpse within 60 feet of you that has blood. A creature you can target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against the spell save DC and become charmed by you. An unconscious creature automatically fails its saving throw and isn't incapacitated while you control its actions. A corpse targeted by this effect gains a semblance of life that you control. On an affected creature or animated corpse's turn, you can command it, no action required, move up to half its speed, and use its action to do one of the following: interact with an object, make a single attack, do nothing. An animated corpse or an unconscious creature takes its turn immediately after yours, but can't move or take actions unless you command it to do so. Its statistics are the same as it when it was alive or conscious. An affected living creature makes a new saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending its effect on itself on a success. For any target you control lasts for 1 minute or until your concentration is broken, as if concentrating on a spell. At 17th level, you can use this feature to target a huge or smaller creature or corpse. Okay, it's a limited dominate person type effect. Okay, that's raised dead, I guess. Sanguine Recall. At 6th level, you can sacrifice a portion of your own vitality to recover expended spell slots as an action. Spell slots have a combined level equal to less than half your cleric level rounded up, and none of the slots can be 6th level or higher. You take 1d8 necrotic damage for each spell slot recovered, which can't be reduced in any way. You can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. For example, if you're 8th level cleric, you can recover up to 4 levels of spell slots, a single 4th level slot, 2 2nd level slots, a 3rd level slot, and a 1st level slot, or 4 1st level slots. You then take 4d8 necrotic damage. Yeah, these effects that hurt you, why? I mean, features wouldn't be fine without the damage. With the damage on top, it's like, oh, why though? But it could be more potent if you could do that. Divine Strike at 8th level, you gain the ability to cause the physical wounds you deal out to bleed profusely. Once each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can cause the attack to deal an extra 1d8 necrotic damage to the target. When you reach 14th level, the extra damage increases to 2d8. Okay. Well, sure. Divine Strike. Vascular Corruption Aura. Okay. At 17th level, you can use your action to emit a deadly aura of necrotic energy that causes the veins of nearby foes to burst and bleed. 1 minute, any hostile creature with blood that moves within 30 feet of you for the first time on a turn or starts a turn within there takes 3d6 necrotic damage. If a hostile creature with blood regains hit points, while an aura regains only half as much hit points as expected. Once you use the feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. Again, I don't know, this is just 17th level feature. Sure. Your big capstone feature of the subclass. So what? You make an aura. 1 minute. Hostile creatures take. Assess turn takes 3d6 necrotic damage. So there's like a baby spirit guardian you got going. I mean, granted, you get spirit guardians going as well on top of this. Hostile creature with blood regains hit points. It takes half. I mean, you could just make that. No. healing at all. It wouldn't be that powerful. I mean, Spirit Shroud is level 3 spell. Yeah. I don't know. Well, that's Blood Domain. Again, yes, very reliant on some random rolls of damaging yourself and things. I don't know. Alright, Moon Domain. Since the founding, all mortal creatures have looked to the skies and sensed the power and mystery carried by Katha and Ruidus, 2 moons of Exandria. The Moonweaver herself is said to guide her worshippers from within the pale glow of Katha, revealing hidden paths and granting inspired dreams to those who pray to that moon. Distant dark Ruidus is often regarded with awe and apprehension, considered a portent for foul deeds and bad luck. Clerics of the Moon Domain draw on their divine connection to the moons to wield light and shadow, invoke good fortune and ill favour, and reveal or conceal as they see fit. Most moon clerics worship the Moonweaver herself, but her followers are as varied as the stars in the sky. Some seek to protect the vulnerable and do good in the world, while others meddle and with impunity and distort the truth for selfish gain. Other moon clerics worship not the gods, but the moons themselves, especially those with an innate connection to the lunar cycles through lycanthropy. Alright. So the Moon Domain spells. At first level you gain Fairy Fire and Silent Image. At third level you gain Invisibility and Moonbeam. Be surprised if you didn't get Moonbeam. 5th level you get Hypnotic Pattern and Major Image. 7th level Greater Invisibility and Hallucinatory Terrain. And 9th level you get Dream and Passwall. Clarity of Katha. When you choose this domain at first level, you learn to shine light upon the mind's most dire moments, shielding those you protect. When a creature within 30 feet of you, you can see makes a wisdom saving throw, you can use your reaction to grant the creature advantage on the save. Use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, regaining all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Kind of reminds a bit of the light domain cleric, right? Where it goes a flare thing to give disadvantage on attack rolls and things. But this is just advantage on wisdom saves to help your friends out. Which, I mean, when you get this at first level, I feel low level, they don't come out that often, but at high level it could be quite good. Because wisdom saves can be quite deadly later on. Okay. Channel Divinity, Blessing of the Full Moon. So, second level, you can use your Channel Divinity to infuse your allies with bestial power. Okay. As an action, you can steal a willing creature of your choice within 30 feet of you that you can see with one of the following blessings of your choice. Or multi-choice. Blessing of the Watchful Moon. For 1 hour, the blessed creature's speed increases by 10 feet, and it has advantage on wisdom, perception, or survival checks involving smell or made to track a creature. Blessing of the Blood-Drenched Moon. For 10 minutes, the blessed creature has advantage on attack rolls against a target if at least one of the blessed creature's allies is within 5 feet of the target and the ally is incapacitated. Right, so you can give some pack tactics. Okay, so that's more of a combat one, off you go, or near tracking, go for this one. Okay. Channel Divinity, Mind of 2 Moons. Starting at 6th level, you can use your Channel Divinity to invoke the twofold Arcana of Exandria's Moons. By expending one use of Channel Divinity, you can cast a second concentration spell while already concentrating on the first spell, as long as both spells are on your list of Moon Domain spells. If you need to make a concentration saving throw to maintain your concentration on both spells, you make the save with disadvantage. On a failure, you lose concentration on both spells. Oof. They have to be Moon Domain spells. Both spells have to be these ones. So your choice: Fairy Fire, Silent Image, Invisibility, Moonbeam, Hypnotic Pattern, Major Image, Great Invisibility, Hallucinatory Terrain, and Dream and Passwall. So there's some good options here. Great Invisibility, probably a good one. That one, if maybe like Moonbeam or Hypnotic Pattern going on, or maybe even Fairy Fire. Some options there. Multiple instances of invisibility. If you want to do it like doing a long time stealth, and you can't do enough to cast it to everyone, you cast it twice. It could work too. Shame, it has to be Moon Domain spells, not say Bless. The cleric spell has to be concentrate on Bless and something else, because Bless is such a great spell. You end up having to concentrate on Bless all the time and never cast anything else. That's cool. So it would be nice to have Bless and something else, but no, it has to be 2 of these. It's interesting. Breaking the concentration rules. Ooh, concentrating 2 spells. Ooh, okay. You need Channel Divinity to do it in the first place. So that'll be instead of, say, giving out pack tactics, everyone, which Pretty good. Just because some people pack tactics. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's your 6th level feature. Just don't think you're getting there. It's okay. It's probably fine. Like, it's not very strong because you're limited by those spells. You're very limited there. And you do have other cool uses for that shield ability and resources, so. Alright. Empowered cantrips. Stay at 8th level, your cleric cantrips deal an extra damage equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1. Eclipse of Ill Omen. At 17th level, you can call upon the vermilion moon of Ruidus to flare in the sky above you. What? Eclipsing all other light. Its power surrounds you even where the sky can't be seen, and even on other planes. As a bonus action, you can manifest an area of reddish dim light in a 60-foot radius around you. In addition to the normal effects of dim light, creatures in the area make saving throws with disadvantage. When you create this eclipse, you can choose any number of creatures that are unaffected by it. Additionally, once per turn, when you deal radiant damage to any creature in the area of dim light, you can curse one of those creatures until the eclipse ends, no action required. A creature cursed this way has its speed halved and can't regain hit points. But there we go. No healing there at all. The eclipse lasts while you concentration, as if concentrating on a spell, or up to 1 minute. Concentrating on this feature counts as concentrating on a moon domain spell for this purpose of your mind to moon's feature. Oh good. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. Okay. Jeez. I'm surprised as how much Ruidus abilities are coming into this moon domain cleric. I thought it would be more heavily Moonweaver Katha based. But straight up having like, no, I make the red moon flare and it debuffs a bunch of people. I curse them. Okay, no. Alright, that seems pretty evil. Not gonna lie. Like, it seems a very weird flavor choice if you were a Moonweaver, Katha worshipping a cleric, not a Vermilion one. Like, I suppose there's not like a Vermilion option and a Katha option. Like, you can choose disability or this one. Wish Moon to flare up. But no, it's just this one. Get wrecked. It's okay. I don't know. I mean, I guess you comment with your friends, so you debuff all their enemy saving throws, and then your mates can land some good spells in there. Yeah. It work quite well. I don't know. You start making the moon literally flare up. It's pretty impressive. That's it. That's the moon domain cleric. Alright. Onto the druid. Circle the Blighted. What's going on here? Those who channel the magic of life and nature often find themselves drawn to a particular shrine or natural site, binding their body and spirit to those places of power. Such druids draw vitality from their chosen location, protecting it with their lives, but not all succeed in defending these sacred realms. Whether through the subtle corruption of vile magics, the tainted presence of an ancient terror, or a terrible mistake unleashed by druids themselves, a land can become cursed with magic that warps any druid bound to that land. Twisted by their connection to unhallowed territory, these guardians come to embody the defiled nature they serve, exalting the natural process of decay and using it to further their goals, or sometimes to seek a means to end the curse that plagues them. Defile ground, so stay at 2nd level. When you choose this circle, you can use a bonus action to corrupt a patch of land or an area of water in a 10-foot radius centered on a point within 60 feet of you. The corruption lasts for 1 minute. The corrupted area is difficult terrain for creatures that are hostile to you. Additionally, when a creature in the area takes damage from an attack or spell, for the first time in a turn, it takes an extra 1d4 necrotic damage. You can make this patch of corruption up to 30 feet as a bonus action. You can move it up to 30 feet as a bonus action. Flying creatures are unaffected by this corruption. So until the area of the defiled ground increases to a 20-foot radius. Additionally, the extra damage dealt by your defiled ground increases to 1d6 when you reach 10th level in this class, and 1d8 at 14th level. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Okay. So you make a little damage zone. Yeah, it's like a hex kind of thing. Alright. Sure. I temporarily corrupt this little patch, just temporarily. A little temporary corruption, it's fine. Blighted shape. Also at second level, your physical form begins to show effects of the corruption you wield, tracing blackened veins across your skin, producing gnarled bony protrusions or other eerie phenomena. You gain proficiency in charisma intimidation skill, alright, so you're scary. Additionally, while you're transformed by a wild shape feature, you gain a +2 bonus to AC as gnarled spines protrude from your body. Oh yay, extra AC. Your beast form also gains dark vision, radius 60 feet. So if you put, wild shape into a cat, you can actually see in the dark, wonderful. Or an additional 60 feet if it already has that sense. Okay. You don't get higher challenge rating beast forms like you do with the Moon Druid though. You just get slightly harder to hit beast forms. Alright. Call of the Shadow Seeds. At 6th level, you learn to summon the feral children of the forest, the life force of your enemies. When a creature that is not undead or construct takes damage within the area of the defiled ground feature, you can use your reaction to summon a blighted sapling in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the creature. You can direct the sapling to make an attack roll, attack against any creature within 5 feet of it as part of this reaction. The sapling then acts on your initiative, obeying your verbal commands. The blighted sapling remains in your service until it reduces 0 hit points, till the end of your next long rest, or until you summon another sapling, at which point it crumbles into a foul-smelling mulch. You can use this feature a number of times, equal to your proficiency bonus, regaining all expended uses when you finish a long rest. The sapling uses statistics below its feature scale based on your level and proficiency bonus. Okay. Everything Spore Druid vibes from this. Okay, so sapling, class 10 plus proficiency bonus, twice your druid level hit points, 3 foot speed, strength 8, dex 13, con 12, int 4, wisdom 8, charisma 3, vulnerable to fire, resistant to necrotic and poison, immune to blinded, different poisons, blind sight 60 feet, multi-attack. When you reach 14th level in this class, the Blighted Sapling makes 2 claw attacks. So claw attack is your spell attack modifier to hit, reach 5 feet. Target takes 2d4 plus bonus per piercing damage. Alright. Well, it's a warm body, as it were, to help out. And it's your 6th level feature. 10th level, Foul Conjuration. Stay at 10th level, the creatures you conjure are malformed and bloated with toxins. Any beast, fey, or plant, including your Blighted Sapling, summoned or created by your spells or class features, gains the following traits. If you're a summoner build, corrupted summoner build or some kind. Blighted Resilience. The creature has immunity to necrotic and poison damage and to the poison condition. Toxic Demise. When a creature is reduced to 0 hit points, it explodes in a burst of toxic mulch or fetid viscera. Each creature within 5 feet of the exploding creature must succeed a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC or take necrotic damage based on a creature's challenge rating. See the table below. As an action, you can also cause a summoned creature to explode, immediately killing it. And of course, this also hurts your friends though, so watch out. It'll be a bit problematic. And Toxic Demise damage. Quarter or lower, 1d4 necrotic damage, half, 1d6 necrotic damage, 1 or higher, number of d8s on necrotic damage equal to the creature's challenge rating. No challenge rating, a number of d6s on necrotic damage equal to your proficiency bonus. Okay. Interesting. Incarnation of Corruption. At 14th level, your physical form begins to take on the tainted traits of the land you are bound to. Your skin grows ashen and your eyes darken or turn completely white. Spines and jagged spurs emerge from your body, granting you resistance to necrotic damage and +2 bonus to AC. Additionally, when you start your turn within the radius of the corruption created by your Defile Ground feature, you can use a bonus action to gain temperament points equal to your proficiency bonus. Yeah. Again, 14th level, no, they could give it more. That's it for the capstone there for that subclass. Yeah, that's it. I don't know, Circle the Blighted. See what they're trying to go for here. Like a Spore Druid, you know, you summon corrupted creatures, they explode, that sort of thing. It's okay. Got this File Ground Hex thing, help get your damage up, I guess. Yeah. Not thoroughly impressed yet, but we'll see. We've got more to go. Got more to go here. We've got the monk, Way of the Cobalt Soul, driven by the pursuit of knowledge and its scholars' worship of the knowing mentor. The Library of the Cobalt Soul is one of the best respected and most heavily guarded repositories of tomes, history, and information all of Exandria. People from all lands come to the library to seek knowledge, and those particularly dedicated to the virtues of truth often pledge their minds and bodies to the Cobalt Soul's cause. To become a member of the Cobalt Soul is to give oneself over to a quest dedicated to unveiling life's mysteries, bringing light to the secrets of concealed evil, and guarding the most powerful and dangerous of truths from those whose unwholesome thirst for knowledge might bring death and suffering to others. The monks of the Cobalt Soul are the embodiment of the maxim, know your enemy. Through tireless research, they steel themselves against the unrelenting tides of evil. Through rigorous training, they learn to break through their foes' mental and physical defenses. Then once the fight is done, they record their findings for future generations of monks to study. Extract aspects. Starting at 3rd level, you can strike pressure points to intuit crucial information about a foe. When you hit a creature with one of your attacks granted by your flurry of blows, you can analyze it. Whenever an analyzed creature misses you with an attack, you can immediately use your reaction to make an unarmed strike against the creature if it's within your reach. This benefit lasts until you finish a short or long rest. Additionally, when you analyze a creature, you can learn all its damage vulnerabilities, damage distances, damage immunities, and condition immunities. Just get that stat block. Let's have a look. Okay, not a bad 3rd level feature there. Those kept it by your flurry of blows use, which, you don't get me key points early on for monks. Extort truth. So at 6th level, you can precisely strike a hidden cluster of nerves on a creature, temporarily preventing it from masking its true thoughts and intent. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can spend 1 key point to force it to make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is unable to speak a deliberate lie, and all charisma checks directed at the creature are made with advantage for up to 10 minutes. You know if it succeeded or failed on its saving throw. And if the creature is unaware of the effect and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as the effect lasts. If you wish to impose this effect on a creature without injuring it, you can attack the creature to simply touch it, dealing no damage on a hit. So, I don't know, you see, you're punching someone who to get them to not be able to lie, but it's a charisma save, so generally speaking, if they're good at lying, they probably go good charisma save. It's unfortunate, but yeah, it's basically like a very targeted zone of truth. Alright, mystical erudition. So also at 6th level, you have extensively studied the history and lore within the archives of the Cobalt Soul. You learn one language of your choice, and you gain proficiency with one of the following skills of your choice: Arcana, History, Investigation, Nature, or Religion. If you already have proficiency in one list of skills, you can instead choose to double your proficiency bonus for any check you make that uses the chosen proficiency. You gain additional language and additional skill proficiency from the above list, or you can double the bonus on existing proficiency from the list at 11th and 17th level. Yay, more skills. Mind of Mercury. So starting at 11th level, you've honed your awareness and reflexes through mental aptitude and pattern recognition. Once per turn, if you've already taken your reaction, you may spend 1 key point to take an additional reaction. You can use only 1 reaction per triggering effect. Right. So this allows you to, if you've done the extract aspects, so you got the reaction attack you can do when a creature misses you. You could say a creature multi-attacks, bunch at you, bunch of their attacks miss. You can get your free reaction attack. You can spend a key point, get your reaction back, and do it again if, say, enemy missed you like 3 times. Cool. Under Mercury. Breaking the reaction limits. Oh my goodness. Deliberating Barrage. Upon reaching 17th level, you've gained the knowledge to manipulate a creature's key to undermine their fortitude. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can spend 3 key points to cause a creature to gain vulnerability to 1 damage type of your choice for 1 minute, until the end of its turn in which has taken damage of that type. If a creature has resistance to the damage type you chose, this resistance is suppressed for 1 minute rather than gaining vulnerability. Creatures immune to the damage type you chose is unaffected. A creature who is affected by this feature cannot be affected by it again for 24 hours. Still setting up vulnerability could be quite good, especially if you team up with a rogue or what have you. Double sneak attack. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, now we've got Paladin, the Oath of the Open Sea. So this one I'm more familiar with as, yeah, this one was in DnDBeyond for some time. It was there as a separate own thing there in DnDBeyond for whatever reason, allowed in there. And I even played Open Sea Paladin, the campaign, rather than Frost Maiden. So, yay. Let's have a read. The Oath of Open Sea calls to seafaring warriors, swashbuckling sailors, and traveling guardians who seek the thrill of limitless horizon. Driven to search for adventure and mystery across and beneath every endless oceanic expanse, paladins who swear this oath stand against those who would deny liberty to like-minded travelers, rooting out tyranny and corruption wherever it is found. Such guardians believe in the natural beauty of the sea, often making offerings and prayers to entities or deities such as the Wild Mother or the Storm Lord, who influence safe passage. At the same time, they answer the call to hunt the monstrous creatures that too often bloody the waters with wanton violence and ill intent, and which terrorize the folk of the sea and shore. Tenets of the open sea. So freedom can be a selfless virtue or a selfish one. Want. For paladins who swear the oath of the open sea, freedom is the highest calling and a gift to be granted to all. No greater life than life lived free. One should be free to chart their own path without oppression. Those who would exert their power to dominate others shall be smote. Trust the skies, the guidance of a strong breeze, the rumbling warnings of a coming storm. Nature is a source of portent and counsel that should be heeded. Adapt like the waters of the ocean can sift around any obstacle or become the most impassable obstacle of all. They carve away the land to reveal the secrets of the past, or swallow the truth and hide it forever. To embrace this fluidity is to be ready for any challenge. Explore the uncharted. The world is filled with mystery. Through the pursuit of enigmatic ends, one can uncover those who hide their foul deeds and find the path to becoming something great. Alright, those spells we get at 3rd level: Create or Destroy Water and Expeditious Retreat. Expeditious Retreat, fantastic. Affects you and your mount. Really helps you close the distance to get to enemies. Found that very useful. Alright, 1st level: Augury and Misty Step. Misty Step also a great get there. Can maneuver into melee successfully with that. 9th level: Call Lightning and Freedom of the Waves. 13th level: Control Water, Freedom of Movement. And 17th level: Commune with Nature and Freedom of the Winds. So Channel Divinity, 3rd level, you get Marine Layer, which is ridiculous. As an action, you can channel the sea to create a thick cloud of fog that surrounds you for 20 feet in all directions. The fog moves with you, the remaining creature centered on you and making its area heavily obscured. You and each creature within 5 feet of you instead treat the area as lightly obscured, so you can see through it. The fog lasts for 10 minutes, spread around corners, and cannot be dispersed unless you choose to end this effect. No action required. So even if you fall unconscious, you get knocked out, this fog persists. And it's heavy obscurement, so true sight, creatures of true sight can't see through the fog. It's not a magical effect that you can be dispelled. It's like not a spell or anything. It's just this annoying fog that you just can't get rid of. The only way to end it is for get the paladin to end it. Or wait 10 minutes, I guess. Oh, I guess also I'd argue be like a wind type spell that specifically says it clears fog. But yeah, it's a hassle to deal with, I must say. Very annoying. And I think you can do it once, and the DM after that will be like, okay, never again. It's very annoying. Also, I think a lot of the players, unless you're like really onto it teamwork wise and like we huddle around and do this intense strategy, most of the time your players are going to be like, please don't activate that bloody marine layer, make fog everywhere. It's very annoying. We can't see and you move and we can't get next to you, and it's just very annoying. Just please stop. So yeah, marine layer, there's a few niche scenarios where it's like really, really strong. Otherwise it can be still strong, but just very annoying for the table in general. So you probably don't want to do it. Fury of the Tides. As a bonus action, you can channel the powerful might of the waves to bolster your attacks for 1 minute. Once per turn, for the duration, you can hit a creature with a weapon attack. You can choose to push the target 10 feet away from you. If you push to obstacle another creature, target takes bludgeoning damage equal to your charisma modifier. So a lot of, pushing around. It's pretty good. My DM in the game I was playing with this actually added a saving throw to it because it seemed a bit ridiculous, just free moving creatures around all the time otherwise. Pretty good. Alright. Aura of Liberation. Stay at 7th level. You fill nearby creatures with the energy of movement. While you're not incapacitated, should I say. You and creatures of your choice within 10 feet of you cannot be grappled or restrained. Ignore penalties on movement and attacks while underwater. Creatures that are already grappled or restrained, when you enter the aura, can spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape unless they are bound by magic restraints. When you reach 18th level of this class, the aura affects creatures within 30 feet of you. So this one, we got a Wander Web, and it got a bit silly. We just kind of spammed out webs, and we're immune to it because of my Aura of Liberation. We can't be restrained, so we can wander through the web, and enemies are stuck in the web. Got a bit silly. There we go. Fun little aura there. Stormy Waters. At 15th level, you can call on the force of Crushing Waters as reaction. Whenever a creature moves into or out of your reach, the creature takes 1d12 bludgeoning damage and must succeed a strength saving throw against your spell save DC or be knocked prone. So it's 15th level feature there. Reaction. Alright. I mean, sure, if you've not got anything else for your reaction at that point, go for it. Polar Master's pretty good though. Mystic Swashbuckler. At 20th level, you learn to channel the spirits of historic sea captains, should I say, to briefly become a paragon of heroic adventure. As an action, you embrace these spirits of the sea to gain the following benefits for 1 minute. You have advantage on strength athletics checks, and you gain the climbing speed equal to your walking speed. If you already have a climbing speed, it is doubled. If you are within 5 feet of a creature and no other creatures are within 5 feet of you, you have advantage on attack rolls against the creature. You can take the dash or disengage action as a bonus action. You have advantage on dexterity checks and dexterity saving throws against effects you can see. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. And there's the Mythic Swashbuckler capstone feature of the Paladin. I also got the spell, the Oath of Open Sea spells. Get Freedom of the Waves and Freedom of the Winds. So Freedom of the Waves, 3rd level Conjuration. Action, the cast, 103 foot range, components verbal, somatic, and material. Straight away here. Instantaneous, you conjure a deluge of seawater in a 50 foot radius, 10 foot tall cylinder, sends on a point within range. Water takes the form of a tidal wave, whirlpool, or water spout, or another form of your choice. Each creature in the area must succeed on a strength saving throw against your spell save DC or take 2d8 bludgeoning damage and fall prone. You can choose a number of creatures equal to your spell casting modifier to automatically succeed on a saving throw. If you're within the spell's area, as part of the action, you can use to cast a spell. You can vanish into the deluge and teleport to unoccupied space you can see within the spell's area. Freedom of the Winds, 1st level Conjuration, 1 action range self, verbal, somatic, material, scrap of sailcloth. Duration concentration after 10 minutes. Wind wraps around your body, tugging at your hair and clothing as your feet lift off the ground. You gain flying speed of 60 feet. Interestingly, you have advantage on ability checks to avoid being grappled and on saving throws against being restrained or paralyzed. When you're targeted by a spell or attack, while the spell is in effect, you can use your reaction to teleport to 60 feet to an upright space you can see. If this movement takes you out of range of the target spell or attack, you are unaffected by it. The spell then ends when you reappear. Interesting. 5th level ability there. Or spell, should I say. That's it. Solid Paladin. But yeah, definitely a few potentially problematic abilities you need to watch out for there. Alright, now for the Sorcerer. Rune Child, the mysterious weave and flow of magic is feared by many folk across Exandria. But while some spellcasters must study the essence of nature of magic in the hope of learning to harness it, sorcerers possess an innate talent to sculpt and wield this errant strands of power that shape the world. For some sorcerers, the body becomes a conduit for this power, which is collected and stored in the form of natural runes, which sees a sorcerer named as a Rune Child. The talents of a Rune Child are rare and sorcerers with the origin are sought after for study by mages and scholars alike, driven by a prevalent belief that the secret of their runes can help understand the mysteries of magic. Others sometimes seek to enslave rune children, sorcerers using their bodies as tortured spell batteries for diabolic pursuits. Rune child sorcerers were subjugated throughout the Age of Arcanum, and many of their contemporaries now search for ways to hide their essence, a task that isn't easy given the revealing nature of their gifts. Essence runes. At first level, your body begins to express your innate magic as runes trace out across your skin. You start with one essence rune and gain an additional rune whenever you gain a level in this class. These runes can manifest anywhere on your body, though the first usually manifests on the forehead. Your essence runes remain invisible when inert. At the start of a turn during which you have spent one or more sorcery points, a number of your essence runes equal to the number of sorcery points you spent begin to glow with stored energy, becoming charged runes. You use these charged runes to power your Rune Child subclass feature. Also, as a bonus action, you can spend a sorcery point to convert 2 essence runes into 2 charged runes. If you have 5 or more charged runes, you emit bright light in a 5-foot radius and dim light for additional 5 feet. If you expend a charged rune to use one of your Rune Child features, it returns to being an inert essence rune. Any charged runes also revert to inert essence runes when you finish a long rest. Alright, keep track of your runes, everyone. Another resource pool to keep track of. Runic Magic. Beginning at first level, you learn additional spells when you reach certain levels in this class, as shown in the Runic Spells table. Each of these spells counts as a sorcerer spell for you, but it doesn't count against the number of sorcerer spells you know. That's good. When you gain a level in this class, you can replace one spell you gained this feature with another spell of the same level. New spell must be of the duration or transmutation spell from the sorcerer, warlock, or wizard spell list. Yay. You're like Cleric Soul Sorcerer. Long Strider and Protection from Evil. That's what you get at first level. Third level, Lesser Restoration and Protection from Poison. Fifth level, Glyph of Warding and Magic Circle. Seventh level, Death Ward and Freedom of Movement. Ninth level, Greater Restoration and Telekinesis. Glyph of Aegis. Aegis, should I say. Starting at first level, you can release a stored arcane power within your runes to absorb or deflect threatening attacks. When you take damage, you can expend any number of charged runes as a reaction, roll a number of d6s equal to your number of runes you expended, and reduce the damage by the total. Giving Cobalt Soul vibes. So you're using your reaction to reduce the damage as opposed to casting shield or absorb elements though, or counterspell. Sorcerer's reaction is quite precious. When you reach 6th level, you can touch a creature as an action and expend up to 3 charged runes to transfer your protective power to it for up to 1 hour. Next time a creature takes damage, within the next hour it rolls 1d6 per charged rune spent and reduces damage by the total. You can't transfer this power to a creature already under the effect of Glyph of Aegis. That's, oh, yeah, it's very Cleric Sorcerer, isn't it? Your Glyph of Aegis die becomes a d8 at 14th level. Sigillic Augmentation. At 6th level, you can channel your runes to temporarily bolster your physical capabilities. When you make a strength, dexterity, or constitution ability check, you can expend a charged rune as a reaction to gain an advantage on the roll. In addition, when you are forced to make a strength, dexterity, or constitution saving throw, you can use your reaction to expend a charged rune and gain advantage on the saving throw. Once you use this feature, this way you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. Again, it's your reaction. It's a shame. Doesn't seem necessary. Also at 6th level, manifest inscriptions. So also at 6th level, you can reveal hidden glyphs and enchantments that surrounds you. As an action, you can spend 1 charged rune to reveal hidden or invisible arcane traps, marks, runes, wards, sensors, or glyphs within 60 feet of you. They glow within dim light in a 5-foot radius for 1 minute. You advantage on intelligence arcana checks to discern the nature of any magic revealed in this way for the duration. If the glyphs you reveal mean something, a language you can't read, you can understand them while you are glowing as if you knew the language. All about those runes. Runic Torrent. Upon reaching 14th level, you can channel runic energy to overpower even the staunchest defenses. When you cast a spell, you can spend 2 charged runes to cause the spell to deal force damage instead of its usual damage types. Looks pretty good. Force Fireball. Whoa. Additionally, all creatures targeted by the spell or within the spell's area must succeed a strength saving throw against your spell save DC or be knocked prone or or push up to 15 feet away from the spell's point of origin, your choice. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again to finish a short or long rest. It's pretty good. Force Fireball pushes people, knocks them prone. Okay. Only wants a short rest though. Arcane Exemplar. So at 18th level, you can use a bonus action and expend a charge rune to become a being of pure magical energy. Okay. Well, in the Exemplar form, you gain the following benefits. Your flying speed is 60 feet. Creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against your sorcery spells. Oh, okay. You have resistance to damage dealt by spells. Whenever you cast a spell first level higher, you regain hit points equal to spell's level. Pretty good. Your Exemplar form lasts until the end of your turn. However, you can expend a charged rune at the end of your turn. No action required to extend the duration until the end of your next turn. When your Exemplar form ends, you are stunned until the next turn. There we go. So it's pretty good, and be able to burn through these runes, and you're gonna end up stunned at the end. Oh dear. And once you use the feature, you can't do so again to complete a long rest. Alright. That's the Rune Child Sorcerer. Now finally we have the Wizard of Blood Magic. Considered taboo by many societies and magic practitioners, the use of blood magic, also known as Hemocraft, is a rare art that harnesses the latent powers of a creature's vitality to fuel and amplify the caster's own capabilities. While manipulating and weakening the bodies of enemies from the inside, some of the more macabre mages seeking to empower their arcane pursuits turn to Hemocraft as a means of bolstering their spells, giving their own life's blood to reach new heights of frightening magical prowess. The secrets of Hemocraft and other forms of blood magic were once the sole purview of the mysterious cleric orders. In recent years, however, these secrets have begun to spread beyond the order's members into the hands of less scrupulous mages. Blood magic has a bad reputation in Tal'Dorei, even though its powers can be used for much more than evil. Blood channeling. When you choose this arcane tradition at 2nd level, you are able to use your own depleted life essence to channel your magical abilities. Whenever your current hit points are below your hit point maximum, you can use your own body as an arcane focus. Okay. In addition, when casting a spell that requires a costly material component, you can forgo the component by taking 1d10 necrotic damage per 50 GP of the cost of the component, minimum 1d10. This damage can't be reduced in any way. If this damage reduces you to 0 hit points, the spell fails and the spell slot is not expended. Risky business there, 2nd level or wizard. That could, you roll too well, you could end up knocking yourself out. Okay. Oh good, there's another 2nd level feature here. Sanguine Burst. I was going to say if that was it. Oh dear. Okay, Sanguine Burst. Also at 2nd level, you learn how to weave your life force into a spell you cast, boosting its intensity at the cost of your vitality. Whenever you roll damage for a spell you've cast at 1st level or higher, you can choose to take necrotic damage equal to spell's level to reroll a number of damage die up to the spell, your intelligence modifier. This damage can't be reduced in any way, and you must use new rolls. Ugh. Okay. I hope you as a cleric or like a good healer in your party, eh? Please, I'm gonna need a lot of healing, guys. I keep hurting myself. Okay. Bond of Mutual Suffering. So at 6th level, when a creature you can see hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to bind your vitality to the attacker and force them to share your pain. The attacker takes damage equal to the damage you took. This feature cannot be used again against constructs or undead. You can use this feature once. You must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. At 14th level, you can use this feature twice between rests. Again, it's your reaction. Like, you use shield or absorb elements or counterspell there, maybe to help you out. But, you know, I guess if you're about to take a big hit, so the enemy crits you or something, you're like, you know what? You can enjoy this crit too. So, I guess it's a nice fallback option, I suppose, but, you know, I feel like it's not going to come out that often. What are you doing, Wizard, on the front line? Get out of there. Glyph of Hemorrhaging. So at 10th level, when you damage a creature with a spell, you can choose to curse that creature for 1 minute. While cursed in this way, whenever the creature is hit by an attack, it takes an extra 1d6 necrotic damage. At the end of each of the creature's turns, it can make a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC, ending the curse on a success. The feature can be used again creatures of the undead or constructs. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. So a cute way to get some extra damage out there is every source of damage gets extra d6 necrotic on there. Alright. Thicker than water. Upon reaching 14th level, this is your capstone here, the blood that flows through your veins is empowered with arcane vigor that mends wounds and helps preserve your life. Whenever a spell or magical effect causes you to regain hit points, you regain an additional number of hit points equal to proficiency bonus. In addition, while you are concentrating on the spell, you have resistance to piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks. You got Stone Skin for free. Might come up at this level, who knows. And you get a little bit extra healing going on when people heal you. You don't really means of healing yourself though, so you'd hope there's a healer in your group. Please. I got this whole ability that means you're better at healing me, please. Come on. And that's it, that's the Blood Wizard. Onto the backgrounds. So yeah, subclasses. I mean, yeah, none of them really jumped out at me. I was like, yes, this is really good. Hey, like, I don't know. They're very, themed around hurting yourself or, failing to gain success or that sort of thing. Very random, less controlled. Apart from the Oath of the Cheese Paladin is pretty good, but very annoying with the fog. Alright, about the backgrounds. We'll just quickly, we're not going to read whole detail of the background, we'll just quickly skim over what you get. Any special abilities or anything like that. Got the Ashari. Got the your nature plus your Arcana or Survival, your choice. Herbalism kit, came from royal language, and a set of traveler's clothes and things. Basic equipment there. But feature, here we go. Elemental harmony. Growing up surrounded by wild elemental magics has tuned your senses to those chaotic forces, enabling you to subtly bend them to your will. As an action, you can channel minor magic involving the element of your chosen Ashari order, giving you one of the following abilities. Pyra, you instantly create and control a burst of flame small enough to light a candle, a torch, or small campfire. Alternatively, you can stuff out a flame the same size. Terra, you instantaneously create a small rock no larger than a gold coin. The rock appears in your hand, then turns to dust after 1 minute. Vishra, you instantaneously create hot or cold water to fill a small drinking vessel. Zephyra, you create an instantaneous puff of wind strong enough to blow papers off a desk or mess up someone's hair. Ah, your hair is ruined. Witness my power. I chose this background feature over getting free drinks from taverns. From the pirate background there. Alright, class member. So your deception plus your choice of stealth, sleight of hand or stealth. Get Ice Kit, Forgery Kit, or Thieves Tools, your choice of one. Okay, only one. Get Thieves Can't. Oh, you actually get Thieves Can't. Nice. And, common clothes and things. Their feature, a favor in turn. You have gained enough clout in the class. You can call in a favor for your contacts, whether you close enough to a center of syndicate activity. A request for a favor can be no longer than 20 words and is passed up the chain to an undisclosed spiraling for approval. This favor can take on any form subject to the approval of the GM, who decides how it is fulfilled. If muscle is requested, an NPC member of the class, using statistics found in Chapter 6, can temporarily aid your party. If money is needed, a small loan can be provided. If you're being imprisoned, class operatives can look into breaking you out or paying off the jailer. At some point, the favor will be called in for repayment, often without warning. Refusing the call will result in your termination, literally. You might be called on to commit a specific burglary or to pursue an Emonian dignitary to reveal a secret at an upcoming ball. The class might even demand that you assassinate a specific person with no questions asked or answered. If the GM's prerogative to ensure that the syndicate's request is proportionate to the favor they bestowed, or that they are compensated you in other ways for a service that goes beyond the scope of repaying the initial favor. Lucium Scholar. You get choice of two of the following: Arcana, History, or Persuasion. You get 2 languages of your choice. Bunch of equipment there. Future academic requisition. You've cleared enough lessons and have gained an ally or two among the staff to enable access to certain private areas within the Lyceum and other allied universities. Whenever you're on a Lucium ground or another major academic institution, you can request any set of tools found in the 5th edition rules. Each set of tools is magically marked to sound an alarm if they're removed from the university's grounds. When you seek services such as spellcasting from an NPC at the Alabaster Lucinium or related institution, you can use those services at a 25% discount at the GM's discretion. Yay, discounts. What does it even mean? Keep track of that stuff. Alright. Formed cultist. Fun. Get deception and religion. Get one language of your choice. Some investments, holy symbol and things. So feature. Foul teachings. You were inundated with knowledge about one of the betrayer gods and know by heart everything from their basic commandments to some of their most esoteric secrets. Choose one of the betrayer gods described in chapter 2. You have advantage on intelligence wisdom checks to enable to know information about their faith, including obscure secrets unknown to most worshippers. Additionally, you can work with your GM to create a secret that you learned during your time in the cult. The secret might be the seed of a conspiracy, a myth of a legendary hero whose true meaning has mutated over the years, or even location of a fabled artifact of the gods. Fun, fun. And next we got Whitestone Rifle Corps. So your choice of two of the following: athletics, perception, or survival. Weapon proficiencies, firearms. This background gives you firearms proficiency. Languages, one of your choice. Equipment, your choice of musket, a pistol, or set of common clothes, and pouch cleaning team. So you actually get a gun. They're quite expensive too, so yay. Feature, Legacy of Secrecy. You have been entrusted with the use and care of a weapon both powerful and terrifying. The rifle you wield might transform the face of warfare and life in Tal'Dorei. It is a weapon that haunts the mind of its creator, Percival de Rollo, manifesting as a pain that lives always behind his kind eyes. You're granted a musket or a pistol, as described in the 5th edition core rule books, by your commander in the Whitestone Rifle Corps. This weapon is a symbol of your status, and when you display it, other folk around you, particularly adventurers, mercenaries, guards, engineers, and weapon enthusiasts, treat you differently. You might be seen as a noble defender of the people, a selfish hoarder of power, or anything between at the GM's discretion. Feature Rifle Corps relationship. You are or were a member of the elite and trusted band of Whitestone's staunchest defenders. Work with your GM to determine your current relationship with the Rifle Corps. If your campaign starts in Whitestone, you might be an active member of that unit. Otherwise, you can use your Rifle Corps relationships table for suggestions. Oh, right. Nothing too mechanical there. Our variant Whitestone Hunter. Nothing mechanical there either. Alright. Supernatural Blessing. Fey Touched. So it's just a blessing a GM can basically give out at their leisure when they think it's appropriate. But basic orders is Fortress Grace, which is basically it's lucky feat, but it's only 1 luck point a day. And that's basically it there. It's nothing too exciting. Alright. New feats, so here we go. Cruel. Get a whole feat and just be cruel. Okay. The challenges and struggles you'll face throughout your life have led you to delight in inflicting pain and anguish upon others. You get a number of cruelty dice equal to a proficiency bonus. Your cruelty dice are d6s. You can roll only 1 cruelty die per turn, and a cruelty die is spent when you roll it. You can roll cruelty die under any of the following circumstances with the indicated result. When you deal damage to a creature, spend 1 cruelty die to deal extra damage to the creature equal to the roll. When you score a critical hit, spend 1 cruelty die to gain temporary hit points equal to the roll. When you make a charisma intimidation check, spend 1 cruelty die to add the roll to your check. You'll gain spent cruelty die when you finish a long rest. Alright, so it's like a little pool of extra damage die you can dish out. Not that many of them per day. Yeah. Probably not worth a feat slot, really. Yeah. Flash Recall prerequisite. Spellcasting feature from a class that prepares spells. You've developed the ability to instantly recall an unprepared spell in moments of sudden necessity. As a bonus action, you can prepare a first level spell or higher from your spellbook if you're a wizard, or from a class spell list if you're not a wizard. The spell must be of a level of which you have a spell slots, and it replaces another spell of an equal or higher level that you had previously prepared. Once you use this feat, recall a spell, you can't do so again until you complete a short or long rest. So you can swap spells. Oh, during short rest, just basically do some swap arounds. Interesting. Very useful, I guess, in certain campaigns. It needs certain utility spells right now. A Mystic Conflux. You possess an intuitive understanding of the way magic ebbs and flows within enchanted items. Such items attune easy to you. You are able to sound out their secrets. You get the following benefits. You can attune up to 4 magic items at once. Amazing. You can cast the Identify spell without spending a spell slot or material components. You finish a long rest. We can do so again. So you get 1 today for Identify. But most importantly of all, you get a 4th attunement slot. Which, continuing your campaign, if you're a very magic heavy, item heavy campaign, that is very good. But if you're low magic item campaign, obviously, don't get it. You have enough attunement slots at high level. Yeah, breaking the attunement slot rule. Okay. Remarkable recovery. Your body has the ability to recover quickly from terrible injuries and is unusually receptive to healing magic. You gain the following benefits. Increase your constitution score by 1, max to 20. When you are successfully stabilized while dying, you gain hit points equal to your constitution modifier. Oh. So what, someone just spears are dying on you or whatever, or just as a medical check in combat, as an action, you then immediately just gains hit points back. Oh, alright. It's pretty good. Sorry guys, I can keep getting hit points back infinitely. Perfect. You know, you go down, get healed, I don't know, basically constitution modifier, like say you get 3 hit points back. Cool, get back in the fight, get dropped again, someone just needs to run up, does a medical check or whatever, get back on 3 hit points again, rinse, repeat. Whenever you regain hit points as a result of a spell, potion, or class feature, but not this feat, you regain additional hit points equal to your constitution modifier as well. Alright. Cute. Cute. Remarkable recovery. Okay. Spell Driver. Prerequisites character level 11. So 11th level feat. Spellcasting or pack magic feature. Through intense focus, training, and dedication, you have harnessed the techniques of rapid spellcasting. Whenever you use your bonus action to cast a spell of first level higher, you can also use your action to cast another spell first level higher. However, if you cast 2 more spells in a single turn, only one of them can be a 3rd level or higher. Wow, you cast 2 spells a turn. Amazing. That's a must get for a sorcerer then. Alright. Just go, alright, I'll click and spell this spell and I'll also cast this one now. Yeah. Pretty good. Breaking more rules. 2 spells in the same turn. Crazy. Spell Driver. Thrown Arms Master. You have honed your ability to lob weaponry into the fray, including weapons not meant to be ranged for ranged combat. You gain the following benefits. Increase your strength or dexterity score by 1, max to 20. Simple martial weapons without the thrown property have the thrown property for you. One-handed weapons have a normal range of 20 feet and long range of 60 feet, while two-handed weapons have a normal range of 15 feet and long range of 30 feet. Weapons that already have the thrown property increase their short range by 20 feet and their long range by 40 feet for you. When you miss with a thrown weapon attack using a light weapon, the weapon returns to your grasp like a boomerang at the end of your turn, unless something prevents it from returning. You can catch and stow as many weapons as you threw in this way. Sure, you just throw whatever at people. Cute, but not very good otherwise, I don't believe. Unless you get like a flaming light weapon, like a flaming rapier or something. I don't know, not rapier. Be a short sword or something like that. Something magical that you can hurl and get back. Yeah, maybe. Vital Sacrifice. You've learned the secrets of Hemocraft that grants you esoteric power at the price of your own life force. As a bonus action, you can choose to take 1d6 necrotic damage to gain a blood boon. Your blood boon lasts for 1 hour or until expended. You can expend this blood boon to gain one of the following benefits. When you make an attack roll, you can roll 1d6 and add it to the total. When you hit with an attack roll or tackle spell, you can deal an additional 2d6 necrotic damage. When you cause a creature to make a strength, dexterity, or constitution saving throw, roll d4 and reduce their save by that amount rolled. Okay. The damage you take To gain a blood boon can't be reduced in any way. I don't know, like, all these feats seem to be very, I don't know, low powered. Apart from a few of them which are a bit silly with like extra attunement slot and the have just 2 spells a turn, that sort of thing. But I'll say this one, Vital Sacrifice, I could see this being like something maybe a water player. Here you go. If granting a feat slot, you've done some blood magic research, whatever. Here, have this free feat as a reward kind of thing. That might work quite well for some of these feats. A little boon blessing thing. Reworked. But yeah, that's it. That's all the player options in this book. We've got all the feats there. With that supernatural blessing, fade touched. Got a bunch of backgrounds, and we've got those 9 subclasses. And that's it. That's what you expect in this book. And you access to it in DnDBeyond. Yeah, provide us more options for you. Yeah, so especially if like some of those more random elements, we worth a look. But yeah, it's really interesting what more third-party content's gonna show up here on DnDBeyond. It's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Yeah, let's see what the future holds for third-party content on DnDBeyond. It's been a lot more requests from players asking for third-party things for their characters in games going forward. I can imagine get a lot more requests like that. Anyway, that's it. That's the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. So my videos pop up on the regular on the YouTubes. Really helps the channel grow. We've just reached 700 subscribers. Very exciting. Very cool. Thank you so much. Now we need to get to, what's the next milestone? 800? 800 more subscribers. Get 800 subscribers, should I say? 800 more. Let's go. Grow, grow, grow. Perfect. All right. Until next time, I'm Brad Thompson, and this has been Cutting Words. Happy gaming, and see ya.